One thing you're going to have a lot of when you're in real estate is people asking you for referrals or resources. And one of those resources I haven't really had up to this point is a pool builder. What's up, everybody? So we're doing something a little bit different today. We're around the corner from Olympus Pool, so I actually wanted to swing over here, check out their new office up here in the Lakewood Ranch area. We do get a lot of potential buyers, first-time home buyers, people like that that are interested in maybe adding that pool. And there's a lot of pool builders out there, but like anything, it's good to have a good network and a good referral base. And to do that, you just want to make sure that you can offer your clients a couple options. Maybe not always that one person that they need to go to, so you're steering them, but at least to have a couple different resources. So that's why I'm here at Olympus Pool. I want to drop in, get an idea of what their average pool costs, and grab some business cards and just be able to maybe throw them on the resources page of my website, so that if somebody asks, I have somebody that I can actually refer them to. And I recommend doing that with any of your contractors, any profession, different types of businesses. Have those go-to people that you can use and you can recommend, and you never know when that's going to benefit you. Say you need that electrician, that pool builder, whoever it is, and you need that favor done. If you've built those relationships, you're going to be able to hopefully get something in return out of that. So expand your network. Go in, introduce yourself to people, make sure you got electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, pool builders, whoever it is lined up so you can go check that out. So we're gonna head in. You can see they just had their grand opening recently. So we're gonna see what they got going on and we'll take it from there. What's going on, everyone? We are here, we're at our Pine Rehab down here in Osprey, and we're done. Well, we're done for the most part. I have officially listed the property as of an hour ago. We are fully staged. We do have a small minor punch out list, like always, to fulfill, but we have a beautiful house. It turned out great. You guys can see we actually have a blue pool back here now. So that's awesome. We got ourselves a nice clean pool, a nice clean lanai deck that you saw the paint on. Behind me, we've got our kitchen here. Let's turn it around so you guys can see this. We ended up with the quartz countertops. We've got the marble backsplash, which I love. We got our Whirlpool appliance package. We've got our garage painted out there. We ended up having to put a new electric panel cover, just a cover over it. I love the way these bathrooms turned out. Neat tiles, double vanities with the matching quartz to the kitchen. I love how that turned out. I know you guys have seen that. What I do want to show you though, well, there's one sign. There's a little note that I just threw on the door because we are going to replace these doors. Some major dents really showed up and were obvious once we had a gloss paint on there. So we are going to replace those, and unfortunately it's going to take some weeks, and we didn't want to let that stop us from moving forward. So here's our master bath. Same double sinks on the single vanity. Our walk-in shower with new tile. Turned out awesome. Once that grout got in there, it really tied it all together. We ended up just repainting this tub. It was like a yellow color before, but overall we're done. I'll make sure I get you guys updates on the sale, what happens, how inspections go, because I ain't stopping these vlogs. So anyways, you're gonna get those updates of what happens with this one, but just wanted to show you guys the Pine Rehab wrapped up, ready to get a new homeowner in here. So on to the next one. We're gonna go check out a new property that a wholesaler that does not live in this area, he's just north of us, sent us. It's down in the Venice area, which is just another 15 minutes south of where we are here in Osprey. So we're gonna go check that house out, see if it's a deal, and we've got our next rehab. We're here at 1910 Fawn Road in Venice. We are checking out a house that was just sent to us by a wholesaler, block house. Smells like rodents. Based on drawings I saw from the previous or the current septic system, because yes, we're in Venice, we have septic and well. The septic tank is right over here, meaning our drain field should be right here in the front yard area. At least we got a ditch so we know nobody's driven over this. There's a lot of clearing out that needs to be done. It's hard to tell what the condition of the roof is here. But so far the exterior, the wood looks to be in pretty decent shape. I don't see much wood rot, if any. Soffit appears to be in decent shape. Pool cage, not so much. We're coming into the pool area here, and holy crap. I'd say, well, probably all the screening's got to get done once you rip all these weeds out. It's good to see that the pool actually has water sitting in it. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's not a leak. Oh, hey bird. What do we got? Oh, just walking around out here in Florida. So we got a shed over there, probably needs to get removed. We do have some surprisingly good looking well equipment and pool equipment over here. The air condenser seems to be in pretty good shape. And it looks like we can get in here. Again, not much wood rot. Soffit seems to be in good condition. Coming into a side door here. What will be the garage. We have 150 amp service. It is considered to be in the living square footage of the 1,300 square feet. The question is, was it done well? So we got ourselves a separate bedroom here. The thing is there is a step down into it. We got some markings up on the ceiling there. It could be a leak. We have our laundry room here. Everything looks to be in decent shape. Hot water heater could be in good condition. Here we have a bathroom. My guess is we don't have power. We do not have power. We got a galley style kitchen. We have a slab foundation, which is nice. Here's our master. I like the tall ceilings. Let's hope we don't run into a body in here. Do like that there's a walk-in closet in the master along with the bathroom. Living room here. You could probably take this wall down or out a little bit and maybe bring your kitchen out. Sacrifice some of the dining room, but at least open up the kitchen. So we got ourselves a bedroom here. And the Jack and, well, we'll call it a Jack and Jill bathroom. I really like the design of this house. Not a bad little setup, not a bad little house. I'm gonna turn my flashlight on though and get a little bit better view of this. Hey, what's going on everyone? We're here at our Lake Sarasota flip right now. We've had a little bit more progress since the last couple of updates I was able to give you guys. So I wanted to just kind of give you a little bit of an update of where we're at this very moment. The bathrooms have both been tiled, where we have our tile surrounds that are done. You can see down here in the wet area, we actually have tile plank, which is nice. I love that look. You can see one of the bathrooms here, you got the plain white subway tile look going right there. And then what you see in the bedrooms here, what that blue is that's actually underlayment right here. Basically that's like a moisture barrier. It helps with sound, it helps with the feel, it helps with the warmth of the flooring. There's a lot of different things underlayment can do. And what you guys can see over there is some plank. This is the look. We got the sun shining in so you can get a good look. Maybe it's a little too bright. Let me come over here and show you guys. So here's that flooring right there. And you can see the tongue and groove lip that it has. So what those are is, those are 5-inch wide, 48-inch long wood plank flooring, or engineered wood. Yeah, I got a bunch of the stacks of boxes right here. That's a Floor and Decor product. But it's actually a good price right now, where it's actually very competitive compared to the luxury vinyl plank. that we put into a lot of our houses. This is gonna be an American walnut finish. It looks really neat. It's gonna go great with some of the grayish tiles that are in the other wet areas of the house. And what this does is this brings me to another point that I wanna talk about with managing a rehab and your crews. And that comes down to product and material selection. Most of the time we're doing these luxury vinyl plank floors, and this specific rehabber that we have on this house has been working directly with my partner for almost 2 decades, if not 2 decades. And with that time comes a lot of trust, rapport. And when you get to that level, there's different ways that you can manage your crews. And with this crew, the lead rehabber gets to make most of his own decisions. Yes, when we do the initial walkthrough of the house and we're creating our scope of work, getting the bids, he's gonna put in some of his own feedback and thoughts when he sees the house, but then we're gonna also make sure that he understands if there is something very specific that we want on that project, that's something that's being taken into consideration and added to the scope of work. But when it comes to material selection, for the most part with this rehabber, we're actually letting him pick out most of his own materials and make those choices on his own. And he's got a good, eye for that. He's really good at coming up with the designs, having a unique look, and not making it look very cookie cutter, where you have that standard builder grade bathroom that anybody can go and put together. He might do just a product that's slightly above that standard builder grade, or still stick with the builder grade, but he will do something to create his own flair, his own look, his own designs, and make it feel very custom. That's one thing that's nice if you have a rehabber that you can build that trust with. But what if you don't have that extended long-term relationship? Or even if you do, you don't have to put all your trust in them. You can be the person that goes and makes all those decisions yourself. It's really up to you how you want to manage that process. Maybe you want to go and create yourself a spreadsheet that has toilets, vanities, sinks, flooring, outlets, paint, all sorts of different products that you know what that range of price is going to be depending on the level of the rehab you need to do. In the very beginning, when you're getting into rehabbing, try and take a little bit more control, monitor what's going on, learn the prices of products and materials, because it's going to help you differentiate when you're getting bids what you're paying for materials and what you're paying for labor if that's not already broken out for you. So you really got to make that decision. How much control do you want over that? Do you want to pick the materials? Do you want your crews to pick the materials? Do you want your crews to pay for the materials, or do you want to pay for the materials and bring them to the site? There's no right or wrong way. It really comes down to what you feel comfortable with and how much hands-on or hands-off you want to have on these projects. If you got a lot of projects going on, you might need to have somebody else working with you that's going to be able to take over that part of the business. Or maybe you just enjoy it so much that you want to have take the reins and have the control over that. I'm going to get out of everyone's hair over at this project, head down south. We got more to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little tour of our Lake Sarasota rehab, and I hope you guys got some tips on the rehab side when it comes to buying materials and managing the type of materials that are going to get put in your property. On to the next one. What is going on? We're trying out something new right now. I'm actually using my phone to film this. It's because I rode over here on this beast right here. Check that out. That's a new e-bike. It's pretty cool. But anyways, we are here. We're at a property in Sarasota, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage, and 1 carport, which is pretty neat. And if we come over here along the side of the house, you can see there is a unit in the back there, which is pretty neat. It's something that needs a lot of work, but with some of the new rules that they are doing in Sarasota, people that have a homestead property, you're going to be able to apply for and have a fast track permit to build an accessory dwelling of up to 750 square feet behind your property and turn it into a rental. So I love that idea. I think that is genius. I think it's very smart for Sarasota to do that. It keeps homeowners able to pay their own mortgages and expenses, taxes, property insurance, that sort of thing, which helps the county, city. They always want to get paid, of course. But for them to allow that, I think it's awesome. That is really neat. That is something that could happen with that unit in the back. I'm sure you could just have that converted over. Because it's not even that 750 square feet, but it is a nice size, and you could obviously expand that. But let me take you guys inside real quick. I wanted to stop over here as we are selling a few rental properties out of my partner's portfolio. So if anyone is interested in that, please go check out markpellets.com. That's MARC. PELLETZ.com. I'll throw it up here on the screen just so you guys can see that. But anyways, that's a website where we got some turnkey rental properties on there. So that's just my one tip for you guys while I'm at this property. You know, make sure you account for turnover. Sometimes you're gonna have rentals where you got a tenant in there for 20 years. Other times you're gonna have a property where you got turnover that happens in a year, maybe even a little less than a year. So make sure you factor that in. You guys might have seen that other video I just threw up. It's actually probably on the same video, but the house that was up in Bradenton on 10th Street that was left in shambles. And the clean out, by the way, on that property, because we didn't get to talk about that, I got a bid for $2,000 and $1,500 just for the clean out of that property. And I believe it was renting for $1,200, which means the security deposit would have only been $1,200, which means now we're at a loss of $300. And that's only for the cleanup. You're not gonna hear that stuff unless you're talking to somebody or hearing it from somebody that's got experience. And that's something you're not gonna get unless you actually start doing it. So go out there and take some action and start buying and selling those houses. You need to let your buyers know what kind of market we're in right now. You need to set the expectation. If your buyer calls you, there's a house that they like, that they've been watching, and it's in a neighborhood that they know they want to live in, get them to move their ass and go look at the house as soon as possible. Don't go schedule your showing for a week out. Schedule that showing for tonight. But that's all I got for you. Hope you got something out of it. Onward.